Would you ever fight your brother?
I don't know. It depends what day you ask me, but I don't know if it'll ever happen, man. We could fantasize about it.
Seen obviously Jake fight Tommy as well.
Here's how it'll play out. I feel
this
like
is why I didn't want to come here tonight, because all these little people that I already beat and dusted up making their.
Mike just exposed a shocking conversation that might not only ruin Jake Paul's career, but may end up canning their July 20th fight. The conversation was between him and the referee for their fight, and shockingly, Jake Paul was trying to convince the adamant referee to rule the match in his favor while promising him financial rewards. Let's dive right in.
Fight.
Yeah, the biggest ever.
Ever. It's on pace to be the biggest fight ever.
Yes, and we're involved.
We're involved, right?
We're involved. All those big shots, all the biggest athletes in the world, this is the biggest ever.
Tell me
North
about
Texas.
Brock Lesnar.
Another dude's a freaky athlete, man. Don't give two shits either. Brock is not a people person whatsoever.
I used to worry about him because I love this and I just don't want nobody to shoot his ass. Listen, he got to be careful. He be
July 20th is close, but within the next 2 months, it looks like there will be so many more headlines, confrontations, brawls, and feuds. Mike Tyson has taken another step further in exposing Jake Paul. This time, he has exposed Jake Paul's death desperation by leaking an audio tape of him trying to bribe the referee ahead of their bout on July 20th at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. But here's what many fans don't know. This is the second time the baddest man on the planet will be exposing Jake Paul. The first time he did, he exposed Jake Paul's fear, and now it's his cheating, despite Jake Paul predicting he would be too fast for the 57-year-old, who hasn't competed as a professional since he was 38. He also admitted he was feeling fearful of the worst man on the planet. I think he's underestimating me. I truly believe that Paul said it's a heavyweight fight. He's the bigger man, but I'm the faster man. He's the much stronger man, but I'm fresh. He's experienced, and I'm smart, but in the ring he may be smarter. It's a really interesting matchup, and people see the training videos and think he's a beast, but I know I have what it takes to beat him. It's an honor to be in the ring with him, but I'm confident. I'll have my hand raised. It's going to be tough. He's going to be getting inside, but I believe I have the faster feet and faster hands, and I'm going to be finding the angles.
You want to see, bro? Let's see all the legends, the myths, because you're Iron Mike Tyson, but I have an iron chin. I think people are underestimating me being able to deal with his power, and that is what.
But Jake Paul also admitted how much his matchup against Tyson was doing to his confidence, as he's been overwhelmed with thoughts of a 58-year-old brutally knocking him out. Interestingly, Jake Paul's fear didn't start now. It was first observed a few weeks after the fight was announced. However, no one thought he would nurture the fear to the point of canceling the fight. Back then, his panic reaction caught many people's attention as Jake Paul was reacting to a particular video where the 58-year-old machine was seen on a new solid punch training, or let's call it speed punching, since his punches were coming after each other in rapid succession. Having chanced upon the videos as well, Jake Paul began fidgeting in so much panic and fear of the three-time former world heavyweight champion, taking to Instagram after seeing different videos. Jake Paul shared his reaction in a short video where Jake Paul's expression can be seen to have morphed into bewilderment, with his face resembling a perfect blend of confusion and blankness. However, the fear soon spread beyond Jake Paul and got to his loved ones, which would have added to the reason why he's making moves to call off the match.
Heavyweight division has ever seen. I just want to know, when you're thinking about his power, he looks very ferocious on Instagram, especially still. Do you feel like you'll be able to take Mike Tyson's power at this stage?
I know I will be able to. I'm a natural born heavy.
Another video emerged of Tyson crashing thunderous shots into the pads after the pair announced that they would meet in a huge showdown, and it got Jake Paul's girlfriend worried about UT. Leardom, a world champion speed skater, made her fears clear when she anxiously asked Paul if a brutal knockout could be a serious risk. Paul, who hasn't been knocked down in his career, brushed off Leardom's concerns during their BWJ Paul podcast when she asked, "But what if he knocks you out? Is that your last fight?" Paul smiled and replied, he's not going to save any back and forth. The pair both agreed it was a topic they shouldn't even talk about with the YouTuber, not even remotely worried about the possibility that I'm too sharp and fast, he said before adding that just being active and being the man in the arena for years and years now will make him win. Like, I don't even get nervous. The nerves are not even there anymore. Paul then shared, I literally can't wait to look across the ring and see him and give him a freaking death stare. Paul felt Tyson's strength during a handshake and did, however, admit to being caught off guard, shaking his hand at the shoot. This man is strong as hell, he commented, probably the strongest handshake. I don't think he was trying not to squeeze, but you could just feel that his hands were like bricks. Truly, Mike Tyson successfully exposed Jake Paul's fear, a feat that none of his previous 9 fighters had been able to accomplish, even if Mike Tyson had not exposed something bigger. However, while Mike Tyson did that, he also admitted to being scared himself, which seems more understandable for a fighter who's boxing against an opponent who's 30 years younger than he was about a month ago. Mike told Fox News Channel's Seen Hannity that whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it. Anything I'm afraid of, I confront it, he said, and that's my personality. Right now, I'm scared to death, but as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality, and in reality, I'm invincible. Tyson said he trains every day and doesn't think Paul is faster than him, despite being half his age. The 57-year-old also said his 27-year-old opponent has come a long way from his days as a YouTube influencer. However, Mike Tyson has moved from being scared to death to scaring his opponent to death, and this fear has pushed Jake Paul to a critical point where he's attempted to bribe the referee ahead of the fight. This criminal act would have easily gone unnoticed, but for Iron Mike Tyson, who claimed he got the recording from the referee, who was unwilling to bow to Jake Paul's demands, he decided to send the tape to Mike Tyson. Instead, on the tape, Jake Paul was heard talking playfully with the referee, hoping he'd gain his favor through such deceptive means. How do you feel about a scary 58-year-old knocking out a guy in his 20s? Don't you think it'd be crazy? So I'd want you to help delete every possibility of that he seemed to be talking in parables. Hence the referee was quick to seek more clarity from him, asking what exactly are you saying. In response, Jake Paul said, would you love to officiate the most laughable fight of all time? I guess you don't. I also don't want to be the victim in such a fight. I'm doing my best to avoid that, but I need some input from you. Kindly work in my favor, and you know such requests don't come for free. I give you the kind of pay money boxing can't give. Man sounding so furious, the ref responded, you mean you called me for that? Well, the fight may never hold because this will get to the authorities and you'll get the penalty for your foolishness. Do you think everyone's bought with money? No, I'm more expensive, he said as he ended the call. This got to Mike Tyson, which he eventually leaked to a major news source, and once more this has put the match under probability as Jake Paul could be punished for such an offense and receive a boxing ban, which will see Iron Mike Tyson fight someone else. With this, Jake Paul had planned that his fight against Mike Tyson would create the same officiating controversy as the fight between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, as well as that of Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. However, what he didn't consider was that the two guys who were favored by the refs lost their fights eventually. In the case of Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, should the bout have been officiated by another professional unbiased referee, it has been claimed by many that it would have ended in a 7th round technical knockout. The fight between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney should not have exceeded the 7th round, and if it did, there was no way it should have gone past the 10th or 11th round, as these were the 3 rounds Ryan Garcia scored knockdowns after a furious first round that saw Ryan Garcia pressing the action and catching Devin Haney with several clean shots. It was clear that the can would be no walk in the park for the champion. Devin Haney controlled the pace up through round 6, but still couldn't manage to find the range against Garcia. The biggest moment came in round 7, when Garcia hit Haney with a flush left hook and sent him to the canvas. Haney, who was visibly wobbled, received plenty of time to recover and get back into the fight later in round 10. Garcia turned up the pressure as Haney retreated into the corner and found yet another clean shot to sit his opponent down. Round 11 saw Haney get a third time as Garcia landed a clean combo finished with his patented left hook. The shot snapped Haney's head back and sent him to the canvas once again before the fight. Devin Haney was listed on the betting odds as plus 580 to be knocked down at any point of the fight. He was knocked down 3 times, and ultimately Devin Haney ended up surviving the onslaught and making it to the judges' scorecards, which read 114-100 and 10-115-100 and 9-112-112, following the decision. Boxing fanatics like Stephen A. Smith took to social media to express their discontent with the job done by referee Harvey Dock. In his statement, he said this referee is terrible. Ryan Garcia drips on Haney. He's hurt as hell holding on to Garcia for dear life, forcing Garcia to punch in the clinch. The ref pauses the action to deduce points without warning or uttering nonsense. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section for the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing. Stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get alerted when we drop quality content like this. Until next time.